I almost dropped the C word.
Well,
I almost did. Wow.
The Sea Org word?
C org, not the other one. Anyway, yeah, but we were just telling Sydney we'll see her next Tuesday at the open house.
At the open house.
If you get it, you get it.
And if you don't,
IYKY. If you know,
you know.
Yeah, that's what the kids do. Hashtag
It is.
IYKY.
Y2K.
Y2K. That was big
That
back
was
in the day.
big.
I mean, people were afraid. You guys aren't old enough to remember that. I do.
Excuse me.
I lived through that.
I had Y2K
And it's
socks.
not a joke. What?
I had Y2K socks.
I believe you do. There's a great wrestler named Jericho who used to come out
Yeah.
too. He was Y2J.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great bit. Anyway, we are back. Despite the many online petitions to have us kicked off the internet,
Can't
it's
stop
not
us.
going to work, kids. It's not going to work. We're here to stay. You can do any amount of petitions you want. We're here. People are still cutting checks for us to do this. Star Hill still allows us to come in here and, once again, wreck their room every week. We appreciate that. Star Hill Dairy Market downtown. I am your host, Nathan Wickline, with the other host.
Who is it?
It's Sarah Messer. We're not talking with the guest yet.
Oh.
Hey, how many times have you done this? Holy
I
smokes.
think 2023?
Episode 134.
Yeah, okay.
It's exciting. We've been doing this now since 2012.
Yep, before podcasts were invented.
Before podcasts
Yeah.
were invented, it was in here. That's where it was. And you know what? And in here. And this is the greatest internet in the world, is your brain. I told some kids last night, they're asking
Except
about
for
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh.
And they said, is there a console game for that? I said, no, it's up here. And this is the greatest console that you can ever have. And they totally didn't get that I was being facetious and anything. There's the crazy old guy.
Yeah. Do you know about nature's internet? The mycelium.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yes.
You're big on it.
I'm big on the mushrooms.
Big on the
I am doing a
mushrooms.
deep dive into the mushrooms. I feel it. I mean, cordyceps, lion's mane,
It's becoming one.
chaga. Is it chaga or chaga?
Chaga.
Chaga.
Yeah.
I think.
I think
Gracie?
chaga was a little cave creature.
That's
from,
your
like,
that's your
of the
stage
lost.
name.
That's my my OnlyFans name.
Yeah.
Chaga. $9.99. There's a lot of good content there. We'll talk about that later. Hashtag Chaga. Chaga. So, yeah, episode, what is it, 24?
Close.
20, 20
No one knows.
Yeah, we're going to have something special for the
Someone's
25th.
Oh, boy.
The 25th. It's going to be out there, kids.
A
It's lot of-
star was born last night about midnight. We'll
wasn't
say.
it?
Yeah.
I apologize for not responding to some of that because I just dozed off and started
It's
drinking
fine.
about it.
I couldn't stop though.
Yeah.
I did a deep dive.
I got this text from Mess lately, and she says, have you seen this? And we're not going to say what it is, but I'm just telling you what, buckle up, kids, because
up.
this S is bonkers. It's bananas, like the old Gwen Stefani.
Yeah.
I cannot hear the word bananas now and not sing that. B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
For the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life. Yeah, bananas. Does anyone else do that?
I do.
Do you do that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
God, Ryan, we'll convert you.
Yeah.
Come to church. We'll show you the way.
Station C.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, by the way, there is a new denomination starting up Station C. We'll talk more about that in the coming months. It's probably a 2024 thing, but yeah,
It's big, though.
starting a church.
Yep.
It's going to be a different.
Sneak peek.
If you watched our last episode, we did a kind of not a deep dive, but a discussion.
A surface level discussion.
A discussion
Yeah.
about Sea Org and Scientology. We thought, let's do that here. So if everything goes to plan and I win the lottery either tonight or tomorrow night, we're going to turn that into a pretty cool rockin' religion.
Yeah.
So stand by for that. But we're here. It's episode 314. Once again, thanks to Star Hill. Thank you to Station C for still paying Sydney to show up. She doesn't like us, but she shows
she's
up
here.
and does this. Yeah.
Yep.
Puts on a pretty good show, makes us all look pretty professional as we can be. Here we go. As professional as we can be. I'm
Thank
away
you.
from the mic too much. Yeah. I'm gonna do
Get
my
a little
own-
mobile.
I'm gonna do my crooner Frank
Yeah.
Sinatra thing and just sit like this all day.
Little cup.
I'm gonna grip it and hold it right here. Wow.
Nope.
Well, that's
Just
Shaga.
Shaga.
That's wrong platform. That's the Shaga platform.
Switch modes.
Yeah, I gotta get back into this one. Here we go.
Radio voice.
Here we go, everyone. Welcome to the Station CNC chat, and we are here today with a pretty exciting guest.
The most exciting.
The most exciting, because if you've ever watched the show, I think every other week there is some type of paraphernalia from this place, either in clothing or drinkware. Botanical, which is down on the downtown mall. We have the owner, proprietor, and brain trust behind said institution and establishment. Hey, I'm gonna let you introduce her because she's really.
Well, I almost just said Ryan Gosling.
Wow.
Barbie's on the mind.
She is.
But maybe related to Ryan Gosling.
Look, I'm a dude, and that'd be very cool.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just get real.
We were all
He's a
thinking.
handsome man.
Kinergy. You got that Kinergy going on?
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Are you gonna go?
Okay, but our guest for real. Yeah, of course I'm going.
I'm going
Are
to
you
see
going?
Barbie for sure. Yeah.
Tomorrow?
Ooh.
I'm going tomorrow.
No, not tomorrow.
Okay.
I can't.
There's a Barbie party, apparently.
Abby's going to the slumber party on Saturday night.
Can you believe that? Alamo is having a slumber party
Wow.
for Barbie.
I mean, whoever did the marketing for this movie deserves.
I was thinking
I
that.
mean, they're gonna have their pick of like the hype around it is insane.
I know.
Have you heard of the Barbenheimer
Yes.
thing that's going
Yeah.
on now? That's
Yeah.
pretty.
They make a lot of T-shirts. I almost got you one.
A Barbenheimer?
Yeah.
I would wear that.
Yeah.
Just talk about it. Be about it. Come
Be
on.
about it. Okay, but the only thing cooler than Barbie is having a fully vegan restaurant in Charlottesville.
It is.
We've had a lot of Station C meetings there,
Yep.
and we'll have a monthly event there in their new location in Crozet.
Mm-hmm.
But here to tell us a little bit about it is the most awesome Ryan.
Hi guys, thanks for
Hi,
having me.
Ryan.
Thanks for having me on. Yeah, I'm the owner of Botanical, and we've been, I guess, for like a year and a half now, pretty much. And yeah, we opened on the downtown mall, and then we're just opened like last weekend, the Crozet spot, and yeah, it's been going pretty good.
Are you from around here?
No, I am actually from DC. I was there during like all of quarantine, and then towards one of the endings of quarantine,
right?
we wanted to like move out and just get more space. So the big debate was like Asheville or Charlottesville because they're very similar. They're like sister cities kind of, and Charlottesville's just, I don't know, it's more accessible and it's
Right.
just like
Quaint.
very, yeah. And and I could see too, I moved with the intention of opening a vegan place, and I could see that it was kind of needed here, or I
You could say
thought
there
it
was a
might be.
gap.
Yeah. And I'm glad I guessed correctly on that. It definitely has been evident, like since we opened, that it was needed.
What's your
So-
background? I mean, are you a chef by background, or
Kind
no,
of.
as an
I guess, like,
attorney?
She's a
self-trained.
vegan.
A vegan?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, self-trained chef. I have taken like some plant-based specific cooking courses and things like that, but I was the VP for this company, Fruitive, that is in the Virginia Beach, DC area. That's why I was there before. So I was there for about 6 years, and that's where I really learned like a lot about veganism. I was vegetarian before that already, and then I went the full way once I like took a bunch of those courses, researched a lot more, and then I learned the tools to open my own
Right.
eventually. So yeah, that was the goal. I mean, prior to quarantine, I was like, I was gonna stay with the company a lot longer, but then quarantine kind of just changed a lot of the plans there, and then I was like, I think I'm gonna do my own
Yeah.
thing, and it's worked out pretty well so
I was
far.
gonna say, it's really taken off. We never can hardly get a table there. You guys are always packed.
I know, especially your guys' big group. It's like,
We roll deep.
I take so a bunch of my customers there, and folks that don't, I think everybody knows. I work with a lot of contractors and roofers, and it's always fun to watch those guys. You don't tell them that you're going to a vegan restaurant, and you show up and they're like, "What's all this?" And you're like, "Just get the
Yeah.
chicken sandwich or the cauliflower bowl," and then they're like, "This is awesome. This is great. I love it."
Yeah.
It's.
There's no such thing as bad vegan food.
I don't think I've ever had any. You're right.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
the big thing I think that vegan food a lot of the time is like lacking is that like umami flavor, which is why we use a lot of like Asian flavors in the food, because that Asian flavors like tamari or like soy sauce or like miso, things like that really help to fix that like lack of umami that you don't get from the meat in there. So our big thing is just, making sure it's like flavorful enough. That's really all people want. Is like, as long as it tastes good, they don't care if it's vegan.
Everything there has a depth of flavor.
And texture.
And texture. I mean, I guess that's the big thing that I've discovered when you say there's no bad vegan food, is that vegan food really has to go after the flavor. Because it's got all these things, and it's, I'm not saying making up for meat, but it has, it just seems to me it's more flavorful. It's not just relying on the thing there to do it, and you kind of know what you're going to get, with that piece of meat. Sorry, guys. But
Don't talk about me like that.
But when you get the crispy cauliflower bowl, which is amazing, with a little bit of mango and the white beans, and it's great. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I am a fan.
Yeah.
I've heard people call you a fanboy.
Yeah.
And me, fangirl.
Yes, correct.
Yes.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
you picked Charlottesville over Asheville, and you're originally from DC, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
How has the experience been so far for you?
It's been good. I mean, a restaurant is always like, there's ups and downs, of course. Those too. It's like, there's just always, it's just like a challenge every day. That's part of why I really like it, though, because there's just always moving parts, and it's just like fun for the most part. I mean, there's some things that aren't great, but we've been really lucky with like hiring and stuff like that. We've had a huge draw of people who just really are more behind the mission, so they really get behind it and they want to be there. And like with that, we have not experienced what a lot of restaurants have with the issues of hiring. I mean, we pay people well, which helps that. And then we have like a long wait list right now of people who want to work there, because we are small too, so we can only hire so many. I wish I could hire everyone, but we've also just had really good customers, like people who come in all the time and are regulars, and we've had just a lot of support from people who are not vegan, who just are like, this is just good food, and they want to come and try it. And what else? We've had great, the biggest thing here, before we opened, I couldn't decide whether to go, I was like, man, Charlottesville really does this whole local thing to death here, and I had never seen that anywhere else. So then I was debating whether I would use a local coffee roaster or use some local suppliers for things. And then once I decided, we partner with Jaybird for coffee, and I love their coffee. It's so good. And once we did that, and just a lot of other partnerships just came in seamlessly, a lot of local specialty things just would come in and be like, hey, do you want to use our
toffee bars are awesome.
Yeah, Bowerbird is one of the suppliers we use for our baked goods. We use Tommy, who does sauce, which is a hot sauce company that's locally made. There's it's an endless list, honestly, of stuff that is specialty specific only to Charlottesville, and I think that's what makes this area really special. And because in my past place too, I tried to build some local partnerships, and it was just in DC and Virginia Beach, it's just not like that. So I really love that aspect of it, and now I get it. I get why everyone's really into the local
I know that
stuff here.
When we had Ann, and talking to Ann, the one thing that Ann said was, and you said it too, there's a crazy vegan network around here, right?
Yeah.
It's a community, and
Yeah.
you guys are crazy.
I mean, the same way I met Ann is how I found out about Ryan. Another vegan texted me and said, there's a new vegan in town.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy, but great, I guess.
There's a new
It reminds me of 101 Dalmatians, when it goes down the
Vegan.
chain, and we all alert each
Yeah.
other. New vegan, new
Your
vegan.
phone starts to little
Yeah.
flash. Here we
Yeah.
go.
Soon we got to get us all together so we can really
Yes.
I want to bring back a veg fest. I want to do more
Yes.
festivals that are
I love that.
vegan based and all that.
I mean,
stuff.
my vegan book club meets at Botanical.
Yeah, I've seen those books. It's it's saucy.
They're a little rough.
They're intense. Yeah, some are really intense.
But,
Very intense.
you did mention when I was thinking about it, I was like, I think the same folks are always at that counter that that
Yes.
I've kind of gotten to
A
know
lot
them
of
a little
faces.
bit,
Yeah.
and
See them all the time.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. So that is
I
cool.
was really lucky. A couple of the two managers that have been there with me since the beginning, I was really lucky to have them, because they moved here specifically once I was I'm gonna open a spot, so they moved to work here, and that's been great because I know they're like
Yeah.
really dedicated
Right.
and yeah, I mean I definitely couldn't have done it without them, without having like that kind of core team right from the
So
start.
Botanical, it's rocking. It's always busy. It's doing great. You say, need to do another one of these things. What made you pick Crozet, Virginia?
Well, it was not in the plans to do a second one, especially like right off the bat. I'm pretty resistant actually to not doing more locations because I did some of that with the company I worked for before, and it's hard to grow
She
and do
also
it
watched
well.
me crumble. She watched me crumble.
Oh,
It's really hard to like replicate, especially if you do it anywhere that's not, in the hometown, well, especially for us, because we have so many local partnerships, like it wouldn't be the same if we brought it somewhere else because it's just not the same local stuff that's available. So a lot of people already have, they're always like franchise here or come here or whatever. And I always, say like, yeah, maybe one day.
Yeah.
but I would much rather do the one and do it well, and that kind of has always been my like mantra going into it. However, with the second one, my plan initially was I just needed more kitchen space, so I was looking for that, and it's really, really hard to find commercial kitchen space here.
Yep.
I think I've heard there's some things in the works to like build more kind of like incubator spots, kind of like the dairy market or something where there's kitchen space for people to, at least experiment with stuff. But I've considered building a commercial kitchen like out on my property in Crozet because we have enough space. And I was like, I don't know what else to do because there's just no space, and we've kind of outgrown it's a very small kitchen in Botanical, and I would like to at least do more catering and stuff like that. And so then I figured out, I knew that the rooftop space in Crozet was like vacant, and I right around that time when I was really figuring out what to do with the kitchen, the owner of that building was a regular at Botanical, and I started talking to him one day, and he was like, "Oh, I own that building," and I was like, "Well, can I use that kitchen because we need the space?" And then he was like, "Yeah, we can talk about it." And initially, I was just like, "We'll just use the kitchen space. If you want to have like events there, we can like." Back it and do that kind of stuff or do pop-ups, but I wasn't really planning on doing a whole thing. And then eventually he was like, just do the whole restaurant.
do it up.
and I definitely had some resistance initially in terms of just like, do I have the time to like do that? But I had a lot of really good people just like encouraging me to just do it. And so yeah, so then now we're starting off slow so that we don't overwhelm too much, but we are doing Thursday to Saturday there, and it's just going to be the space is just incredible. Like I wouldn't have done a second location had it not been in that particularly awesome space. The view is crazy, and Crozet being out there from the start, I knew Crozet needed something, and I had always wanted to do something out there. So it worked out well getting that spot. And yeah, there's a pizza oven in that kitchen, so we're gonna do some vegan pizzas there. We're gonna expand, the menu and do more things eventually, but right now it's just like pretty limited days and more like bar style food. So it's like similar to Botanical. There's a couple things that are similar to what's on our menu, but we also have more like, we have like sliders and like things like that. And some really good craft cocktails. We're still waiting on the ABC license, but like the cocktails are, as mocktails, they're amazing. But, yeah.
We heard that yesterday.
Yeah, the mocktails are great.
I rock the mocktail menu.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we're just excited to be out there. We're going to bring our drag events out there. We have actually,
Drag race cars? Just kidding.
the one that we have in Botanical have been doing so well, and it's like so fun. Like I always tell people it's impossible to have a bad time at a drag show. It's just like so fun.
Mike
but
did his birthday there, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did. Made him get up and dance.
Oh yeah.
And the one we just like posted the one for the first one in the Crozet space, and we I think have 2 tickets left, so it sold very quickly, and we're excited.
I'm in it actually.
Oh, okay. Well, then I've got
It's a new amateur night.
Shaga's in it.
Come on.
So are you calling it Botanical Bar?
Bar Botanical.
Bar
actually.
Is it
That's the modern way
or
to say
Botanical
it.
Fair?
Oh.
It's just Botanical.
Okay.
I basically, I had to name it that just because like they wouldn't give me the LLC for just Botanical. So I figured, I was like, people will still just call it Botanical.
I felt kind of uncool because I called it Botanical Fair for so long, and then Sarah was like, it's Botanical. And I was like, all right.
Call it either one.
Either one is perfectly fine.
Is he really a vegan? Oh, he's a Botanical Fair. Yeah, he gets an extra 20% charge.
Yeah.
So it's Botanical Bar. Bar Botanical.
Bar Botanical. It's the cool way now.
Bar
That's what people do now.
Where is it?
It's the building is called Piedmont Place. It's right next to the Crozet Library, which is like
Downtown
biggest thing in
Crozet,
Crozet.
right?
Yeah.
Old Town Crozet.
It's the only like new building out there, really.
New
besides
building
the
in
library.
Old Crozet.
So there's a barbecue place and then a vegan place.
Smoked, and then the vegan spot up top, which is
Best
great
battle
spot,
of
though.
all time.
Yeah, it's a great spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, like I said, we really would not have done another location had it not been for like such a
Right.
good spot. We're so excited to just be out in Crozet because since I live out there too, that was like the motivation. I get to live a lot closer, which is great. And
So which event are we doing out there? October, November?
Well, October is the huge
Oh, it's the
Halloween.
Halloween. Can we even talk about that yet?
We could leak
It's going to be
a
the
little.
biggest party in the
Halloween
history of Charlottesville.
Ooh, that's
People do Christmas parties.
Maybe you can cater it. Do you guys cater?
Yeah.
We do. I don't really advertise it yet because like we just.
But you've
we're still-
done weddings.
Yeah, we have done a
Weddings,
wedding. We were
holiday
doing actually in
parties.
October. We have a couple weddings that we're doing. So we when people reach out, we're saying yes to everyone, but we don't specifically advertise it yet because we still have to we're just getting situated.
We need more
I don't know if we
space.
can handle the
Containers,
but
et cetera.
Soon. Soon. That'll be like the last kind of I think branch of it where we're really trying to build up the catering since we have both kitchens now and can use them both to the.
So when do you think you'll be full steam ahead out in Crozet?
I don't.
Just kinda let it happen.
As soon as we get,
liquor
once we get
license.
ABC, we'll
Yeah.
be. We'll really be full steam. But I don't know when we're gonna expand hours and stuff. It kind of just depends on making sure the staff there is
You
comfortable.
guys are going to
and we're doing
really.
good.
So the cocktails or the mocktails we heard were amazing. It's
Mm-hmm.
going to be an interesting dynamic you're going to get at this rooftop bar with folks that, like myself, that listen. I don't eat red meat or anything
Mm-hmm.
like that, but I do enjoy. But you're going to get some folks that probably.
Yeah.
You're going to
Yeah.
expand your mission a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
that's why we're trying to that's why we do have a little bit more bar focused food. We have
Right.
because in Botanical we don't really use, we have one meat substitute that we use, but we don't really do much of that in Botanical. It's more just veggie forward. But at the bar we're doing a little bit more some of the meats that Impossible sliders and chicken bites that are, the meat substitute because some of them are, the brands now have gotten so good that a lot of it is discernible from.
Listen, I make Impossible Big Macs. And
yeah.
like I said, you get the coconut cheese.
Yeah.
And you get the burger. You can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
You can't tell the difference.
Yeah.
And the chicken.
I know. Yeah.
It's crazy.
We have this. Did you try the crab cake? Oh no, it's not
No,
gluten-free.
yeah. But I sent Alicia to try the crab
Yeah.
cake.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah. The crab cake is crazy. It's this brand called Mind Blown that is most vegan seafood is horrible. There's some of the cheeses and things they've finally gotten really good, but seafood is one that has been a holdout for a while.
struggle.
It's not that good. And this is the first brand I've had that it's crazy. You cannot tell it.
Really?
Most people have been this is better than most crab cakes I've had. And
You know why? Because crabs have mercury.
yeah, you don't have to worry
eat
about
at your
it.
own
Stores
risk.
everything.
You don't have
Oh,
to worry
you're-
about any of that, the
Yeah.
bioaccumulation of the, you don't have to
Exactly.
worry about that.
Microplastics full of them.
Yeah. But, so we're doing a little bit more of those meat substitutes out there to kind of, try to be a
Sure.
little more approachable because Crozet is a little different than Charlottesville.
It's
and we
not
wanna
the
make
vegan
sure it's-
capital of Virginia.
A bunch of old white people. It's just what it is.
But it will get
Conservative folks out
there. It will get there.
Yeah. Listen, there's nobody older and whiter than me, and I enjoy it.
You
so.
see, that's
Yeah.
that's what
You can-
I
Yeah.
think some of them will try it and they won't even know.
I just can't get older than
That's the
me.
big thing.
and
Yeah.
that's the secret. It's just good food that happens to be vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the goal.
it. That's
the goal.
That's the
Yeah.
kicker. It's
Yeah.
just good food.
Yeah.
And I enjoy good food.
Yeah.
And I think that you guys are one of the top. If they're on the mall, I think you guys have pretty much got it. And you even grow
I
flowers
was
in your
gonna
yard.
say.
Yeah.
Speaking of the
Sunflowers are a little
greatest, it's not the flower's fault. That was me. The greatest local partnership, Ryan grows flowers and vegetables, and now
Yeah.
you sell them
Yeah.
in the stores.
Yeah, we're trying to
Or did
really.
you do the orchids?
No,
Orchids are difficult.
That's my other friend.
Okay.
That's my other vegan friend.
Well, they're all
That's
vegans.
Jessica.
I'm her only friend that's not a vegan.
Oh my God, let's get Jessica on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to grow on our land. We have, me and my partner, we have about 3 acres, or like 2 that's like usable for stuff, and so it's not crazy, but that's kind of his role that he's taking on, is like growing it into as much produce that we can use in the store, and we're trying to do a lot of like more unique varieties of things too, so to just see
Is
how
he a
it
vegan?
goes. He is.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say that would be for a great story. He wasn't. It's just
Well, he
How's that
wasn't
working out
always,
for you?
was he?
Not always.
You
no.
didn't find him that way.
He was vegetarian
Okay.
for a long time, and then once he moved in, eventually I was like,
I feel like if you're
yeah,
gonna be
go the
vegetarian,
whole
stay
way.
vegan. What do you hold on to?
Yeah,
Milk,
Nathan, what are you
cheese?
holding
Yeah.
on to?
Huh?
What are you holding on to?
Chicken. I told you that's my.
No,
that's my
well,
Achilles heel. And eggs.
Ryan's
Eggs.
Eggs are a hard
And
one.
Anne made me feel horrible about eggs yesterday.
Eggs are a
Good.
hard one for a lot of people. I didn't like eggs, so that was an easy give
Yeah.
up for me.
Just Egg. Have you tried Just Egg? And
did.
Listen,
Have you
I've
had our
got a
breakfast sandwich?
recipe.
It's got the Just
yeah,
Egg.
I've got a
Does it
recipe.
really?
It's chickpea flour, the salt that tastes like sulfur, a little bit of pepper and water, and you can scramble it like an
Yeah,
egg.
it's weird that you have
And
to make it
tons
taste
of
like sulfur
protein.
to taste like eggs. That's
I
why don't
know.
like
I
eggs.
just thought about that. That just sounds absolutely horrible.
Well, what do you
You
think?
just take a
They
little
do
bit of
taste-
toilet
they
water,
smell so
mix it in
sulfur.
there.
Let's talk about what
We're
an
making
egg is.
prison food here.
Let's
They're
talk
so
about what an egg
sulfury,
is.
though.
What is an
They're
egg?
horrible.
What is an egg?
It's a chicken fetus or embryo.
Oh, and that sounds better than toilet water?
Tastes better. I don't know. I guess it depends on the toilet water. I don't know.
Depends on the toilet.
If it's the Trump bathroom from
I was going to say, or is it a vegan toilet water?
That's right. So who knows?
Who knows? That is not a vegan toilet, I'll tell you that much.
So
Yeah, that's true.
here's something interesting about veganism and toilet water. I don't know why this. You ever watch the show House?
Yes.
I remember the show House one time. The guy, I'm not going to tell the story. It's a horrible story. But poop floats, and if it floats, it has a lot of fat in it. And that's how this
Interesting.
person discovered that their husband wasn't a vegan and had a big thing on House.
Oh.
There you go.
But
Wow.
you know who
Once
was a
again,
vegan?
and there's our science fact for the day, kids. If you
Okay.
think your partner's vegan and their poop's floating, they're probably not.
Is that something you check? I don't want to know. Please, let's not
You
go
know, humans are the only creatures that step back and look at their poop.
there.
Yeah.
The other creatures don't
Yeah,
want to
why
see
would
it.
you care? Yeah, they don't want
Yeah.
to look at it. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
A
also,
lot of science today.
a lot of science. Do you want to tell the quick story about the vegan that survived on the boat?
Oh, well,
Just sum it up.
so I sent you the story.
Yeah.
There was this great story about this guy, but he wasn't a vegan. What?
Well, the raw food.
He was adrift for 3 months. They just found him this week, and he lived off of tuna, and it was a great story. I found that the dog was a homeless dog in Mexico. Did you see that?
Yeah.
And they were on the ship.
The dog survived as well.
Yeah. They lived off rainwater and tuna. So one of the things he had with him was a fishing rod, so he was able to eat his raw tuna. But that wasn't the cool part of the story. The cool part of the story, I thought, was, and I was telling Sarah about this, in 2010, he was kind of an overweight dude, He stage 4 bowel cancer and liver or stomach cancer or something. A bunch of these things hit. And they said, you got about 6 months to live. And he's like, well, let me see. So he went to this raw diet. That was in 2010. And went to this raw diet, and slowly but surely it just shrank and went away. And then he started up this raw food thing. But yeah, he was.
His body was ready to survive.
And we were talking about, like, humans aren't all animals don't get sick. I mean, there's catastrophic things, cancer stuff, mutations happen.
Yeah.
But animals don't get, as a rule, colds or the flu.
Yeah.
It's what we. Listen to me as the omnivore, but it's what we put in our bodies and our environments that make us sick. We shouldn't be getting sick.
It's very true.
There you go. There's part of the
So
Station C
if you go
religion.
vegan, you'll live forever. I mean,
That's what they say.
part of-
That's what
a
they say.
billion years, I think. it
That's
is.
that's what it is for Sea Org.
Sea Org is a billion
The
years.
difficulty now, though, is there's so much vegan junk food that's hard to.
Yeah.
it's hard. It's really
Yeah.
hard to avoid all that.
You know, the
Well-
biggest vegan junk food that this one put me on, and I bet you I dropped $300 on it at Christmas, and you.
Oh my
know what
God,
I'm
I'm
gonna
so
say.
sorry.
Peppermint
sorry.
popcorn. at Wegmans, and I'm counting the days down to
Till it
October,
comes back.
November.
Well, Nathan, Nathan and I would have to stagger the days we go because we both clean the shelf
Clean it out.
Oh my God.
And he'd be like, I got it today.
That's in her picture. Like, too late.
Yeah.
A little slow today, mess.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
She's like,
that's
"You gotta
so
try this
funny.
vegan
Popcorn's my
popcorn."
favorite snack too. I love
Yeah.
popcorn.
We got the-
Yes.
should we do holiday
I haven't had the
popcorns at
peppermint one. I guess
Botanical?
I'm gonna have to try.
Oh,
God.
it's so good. It got to the point where I was going on Amazon and
Yeah. Buying Amazon out.
yeah.
It was rough out there. I almost felt bad for telling Nathan about this popcorn.
I was like, yeah, it was
But
crazy.
that company had a good Christmas.
They had a
Thanks
great.
to Nathan.
Yeah, they're out on a boat
Is it
somewhere.
the
Yeah.
lesser evil one, or which one is it?
Drizzleicious.
Drizzleicious.
Drizzleicious. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's vegan.
It's vegan. And
So,
gluten-free.
Yeah, it was guilt-free
I'm gonna
food.
have
Is
to
what
try
it was.
that.
Guilt-free food.
We'll have some stuff. Maybe we'll give that away as a gift in November.
Halloween
Yeah, little
party.
At the
baggies.
Halloween bash. We're going to tell Ben about
Okay,
it, but
just
it's
a
going to be
little bit, yeah.
huge. So everybody has a big Christmas party. We're like, heck with that.
Yeah.
We're going to have the biggest Halloween ball, and that will be the start
Ball.
of the fall season.
That
Ball
would be
out.
super fun.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
love that.
And so Bridgerton is the theme.
Bridgerton's the theme. Anne already has her
Yes,
costume.
she is
She's a
ready.
very prepared vegan. She bought it the day we even dreamed up this idea. She
She's
literally an
actually
hour
found it.
later, this is what I got. It's in the mail. All right, we're
you can't
committed.
And that's when I started
I know.
losing weight. I was like, I got to draw about 30 lbs to, fit into one of the Duke's outfits
With the spoon.
with the spoon.
With the spoon.
It's gonna be sexy time.
Where are you having this?
The Bradbury.
The Bradbury.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's
That's a
gonna
great
be-
spot.
We're
Yeah,
making all
you kind of
this
have
up.
to have it there, I guess,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
For the theme.
We were looking for chandeliers. That was
Yeah,
really
yeah,
the determining
yeah.
factor.
So Ben, break out the checkbook. Get
Yeah.
that pen ready.
Surprise, Ben.
Some fresh ink. A lot of commas in this one. A lot of commas. What's a few commas amongst friends? Commas and dashes and
And that's what we
zeros.
are here at Station C.
But it's going to be the talk of, for the tens and tens of people that watch this, stand by. It's going to be the talk of it. It's going to be great.
And maybe a great launch for Station C Church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. It's going to be.
It's gonna give you a taste of what
It's
the
gonna be
church life will be
A very
like.
Victorian themed church. But anyway, I know that you got to get back to making delicious food for folks.
Yes.
do.
Bar Botanical,
Yeah.
Botanical Fair. Bar Botanical's in Crozet, Botanical's downtown mall. Is there a website, anything like
Yeah,
that?
it's botanicalfair.com.
So there
With
you
an
go.
E.
Yeah, F-A-R-E.
Fair with an E.
Very Victorian.
Very
You're
Victorian.
right there. You're the official food sponsor of Station C Church.
Yes.
I guess that's going to draw.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Now you know.
Coveted seat.
Yeah. So stand by. If we can nail down who we want to nail down, it's going to be a pretty great.
Come on, come out of Shaga.
Yeah,
We're-
Shaga. And
Station Shaga.
Yeah. And go check out Shaga Rocks on OnlyFans. It's $9.99 a month. I'm telling you, it's worth it. You're going to enjoy it. You'll get your money. It's a lot of bang for the buck. Anyway,
I'm going
that's
to
it
call
for
you that when
today.
you come into Botanical.
In front of his children.
I'm just going to put shotgun.
Shaga. That's right. Shaga here. Oh, this is the
And
word
then
for
every
Shaga.
business meeting you have,
Yeah.
you'll have to describe.
Shaga. So we'll be back maybe a week.
For the big one.
Oh,
Oh, wait, next week. Next week is off-site.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
And then the week after will be the big
yeah. So
reveal.
next week is off-site.
Open house?
It's going to be open house, red carpet style podcast. We're not going to be moving around.
Nope, we're
They're
going to be
coming to us.
stationary.
I'm going to be Ryan Seacrest. You're going to be
Vanna
Kelly
White.
Osborne.
Oh,
Vanna White's great.
yeah, I don't have
She
to
doesn't
talk.
age. She
I
doesn't
just
age.
Do this.
Yeah. That's a good gig. It's a good gig.
Yeah. Been practicing. Thank you.
Yeah, that was nice. You should. She wants to host it now, but who do they get to host it? They got
Ryan Seacrest.
He does everything. That dude.
Unfortunately, he does.
Still doing
Who makes more money, Ryan
know what?
Seacrest or Taylor Swift?
Ew. Ew to both. But why don't we get Ryan Gosling to
Don't.
host?
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a
Lives
Ryan.
would be
You know what
changed.
though? I like Ryan Reynolds better than Ryan Gosling.
Because he's a bajillionaire. He's a smart
Which is
businessman.
cool. I'm a big soccer guy.
But are either of them vegan? We need to find out.
I don't think he's a vegan. He lives in the UK.
think
Can you be a vegan in the UK? I guess you want to be a vegan.
Actually,
should
London
be,
has
yeah.
amazing vegan options.
They
which is
do, yeah.
Kind of annoying that none
My
of them come
brother-in-law
here.
just moved there and said,
Yeah, they have crazy.
because
Yeah.
pot roast or whatever, Sunday roast is a big thing, and they make these nut loaves
Really?
for the vegans that are apparently
Yeah,
amazing.
they have so many. Every single fast food place like starts their vegan stuff there,
There.
and then maybe they bring it to the U.S. I think Burger King has a fully vegan Burger King in the UK.
Wow.
I'm getting a vegan burger when we leave here today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Green burger. And also, quick shout out to Ben Kunkel, who was going to be our guest today, but is so overwhelmed with his Skyline Home Inspections business. Love you, Ben. Miss you, Ben. Congrats on the biz.
Yeah, we'll have
We'll
Ben
have you
back
again
on
soon. Yep.
So his loss, our gain.
Oh, and you know what else exciting? We have Dara coming on to do a live tasting of the Taco Bell new vegan item,
Oh, okay.
Crunch Wrap,
Cool.
vegan Crunch Wrap.
No, that is exciting.
Yeah.
We're living in the future. What's going
We are.
on? And we're saying tonight, or if you're watching this tomorrow, last night was
night.
a great event. It was huge. A lot
Cardinal
of stuff
Hall.
happened. Yeah, if you didn't come, you missed it. There was a lot of stuff that went down. Everyone is okay. No one was injured. If you saw that went down, we're not going to speak of that.
Yeah, we don't. That's why no cameras allowed.
That's right.
But join us at the open house next Tuesday,
That'll be
11
good.
to 2.
Yeah.
Lunch by Joe.
Yeah, Ivy Provisions.
Well, I told him to do all vegan in case there's extra and I can eat it all. It won't be wasted. So we'll see how that goes.
He won't do it.
We'll see.
He might do it. Okay.
He might do it.
That's it. We'll see you soon. Unless the petitions do work, then we won't see you again. And hey, it was fun.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.